Today, we're going to dive into one of the most powerful, yet kind of invisible forces that shapes your day-to-day life. It's called emotional contagion. You know the feeling, right? You walk into a meeting, or maybe a family gathering, and before a single word is even spoken, you can just feel it, the mood in the air. It might be tense, it might be heavy, or maybe it's super joyful, but whatever it is, it hits you like a wave. And if that's ever happened to you, I want you to know something really important. That's not you being overly sensitive. It's not a weakness at all. It's actually a sign that your social brain is working perfectly, exactly the way it's supposed to. You're picking up on vital information. So, there's a name for this whole experience. It's called emotional contagion. It's this automatic, almost subconscious process where feelings just spread from person to person. Honestly, it's a lot like catching a cold, but for moods. And this isn't some new agey concept either. It's a primal survival instinct. Think about it. Way back, before we had complex language, being able to instantly sense fear or calm in someone else could literally be the difference between life and death. Your nervous system is still wired to see other people's emotions as critical signals from your environment. So how does this actually work? I mean, how does a feeling literally jump from someone else's brain into yours? Well, it all goes down deep inside the wiring of your brain. See, we all have what scientists call an empathy network. This is a team of different brain regions working together. You've got the famous mirror neuron system, which fires up not just when you do something, but even when you just watch someone else do it. And it's working with emotional hubs like the amygdala and other areas that handle social awareness, like the anterior insula and the prefrontal cortex. But here's the simplest way to think about it. When you see someone expressing an emotion, say they look worried, your brain doesn't just process that information logically. It actually simulates that feeling. It kind of tries on their emotional state for a split second, just to understand what they're going through. Okay, and this brings us to a really crucial point. This ancient wiring we have, it's a total double-edged sword. And its effects are just magnified in the crazy, hyper-connected world we live in now. And you see this play out everywhere. I mean, on the upside, this is where empathy comes from. It's what helps us bond and build trust. It's how a great team gets into that perfect flow state. But then there's the downside. It's how one anxious person can completely tank the mood of an entire office. It's how cynicism can spread through a friend group. You can catch these negative moods just as easily as the positive ones. And now let's throw our digital lives into the mix. Think about doom scrolling through social media, seeing all that bad news, watching video clips full of outrage. Your nervous system doesn't really know the difference. It sees all these emotional signals online and starts rehearsing the threat response, even when the threat has absolutely nothing to do with you. So I know this might all sound a little bit grim, but here is the really good news. You are not helpless in this. You're not just destined to be a sponge soaking up every mood you come across. You can absolutely regain control. The whole secret, the most important thing to get, is this. The process of catching emotions is automatic, but only up to a point. The second you become aware that it's happening, you create a little bit of space. And in that space, you suddenly have a choice. So here's a really simple but powerful framework. First, awareness. Just stop and ask yourself, wait a second, is this feeling even mine? Or did I just pick this up from someone else? Just naming it is huge. Second, regulation. You gotta interrupt that automatic process. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Get up and walk around. Step outside for just a minute. Anything to calm your body down. And third, choice. You get to consciously manage your environment. And that last step, managing your environment, it's not about being avoidant or weak. I want you to start thinking of it as nervous system hygiene. It's just like washing your hands to avoid germs. You are consciously curating your emotional environment to stay healthy and well. You know, once you really get this, it can fundamentally change the way you relate to your own feelings. It gives you a brand new lens for looking at your inner world. And this right here is the biggest takeaway. Your mood is personal, sure, but it's never purely private. So please stop treating every single feeling that bubbles up as some kind of absolute truth about you. Instead, start asking yourself if maybe, just maybe, some of those feelings are simply exposure to someone else's mood. So as you go about the rest of your day, I want you to just think about this one simple question. That feeling you have right now, whose mood are you actually carrying?